Welcome to Travels with John. It is Saturday, I believe January 11th, 2024. And it snowed yesterday, starting in the late afternoon. And this is what remains. It got a little warmer today. I think when I got out and about, it was 35 degrees, so things are melting off. Yeah, but it's still nice out. So I went to my favorite place here in the area, or one of my favorite places, which is the Mountains to Sea Trail, right at the Falls Dam area in Wake Forest, North Carolina. And started just hiking around there. I'm actually off the trail now. This is actually a little trail segment that I've never been on before. Sort of an offshoot when you're walking along the MST right around the Falls Dam section. This little area crosses over. I think it's just like a utility trail that bisects the Mountains to Sea Trail, and trail I'm on goes all the way to the lake. On one side, I've been down that way, and this is just another direction on that bisection that I suspect will wind up at some neighborhood. That's my guess. Sort of a nearby neighborhood, and this is just some kind of big utility trail. What's up here? Right here it goes off to the left, as well as continuing straight. And we're just off in some other little trail system right now. You can see some houses there off in the distance, and sometimes a little neighborhood will just sort of have a trail for the inhabitants of the neighborhood to get around to other main trail areas. But anyways, it's a little bit of cloudy. I've heard bits and pieces of different forecasts that it's supposed to snow again tonight, and in the meantime, we're just out and about on different trail systems, just exploring right now. This is my favorite part, when you find a new trail that you haven't ever been on before, and you're seeing where it goes. On and on we go. Where we stop, we don't know, because we're on a new segment of trail. We don't know this section yet. We haven't mapped this out, and to me, this is the best part about hiking or riding your mountain bike or cross-country skiing or downhill skiing, going on a new section, something you've never seen before. Traveling, going to a new town, new city, a new stretch of road. Sometimes I'll just, even driving to some place that I've driven to before, I'll take a new way, just a stretch of highway, or even around Raleigh, just take a road I've never been on before, just to kind of see how that connects up to where I'm going. And yeah, I'm sensing here if we get up this hill that's in front of us, we're gonna be at like the end of some other road, and that's where some road ends and turns into this area, which is definitely maintained. Somebody's maintaining this. Around Falls Lake, it's a federal maintenance. That's actually these are U.S. parks, pretty sure, are maintained by the federal government, and so someone's maintaining this swath through the woods. And all this stuff right here, you've got, some sort of water mains or something that allows access to some kind of water system. And a lot going on in the world right now. You got the fires out in Los Angeles, and you could spend a whole show unpacking all that. This is kind of a little bit slippery right here. It's sort of doing this one-handed. Definitely, if I do this extensively, I'm definitely going to need to look at a GoPro just so I can kind of have both hands doing something while I film. Some friends of mine are saying they've got an extra one. I might at least check it out. I think it's kind of pretty old, but it may do the job. So we'll see. Yeah, I think this just goes up to the back end of some neighborhood. But we're gonna just go ahead and double verify here. And where is this, Coming up on this person's house right here. They probably don't appreciate, I guess, people coming into the yard, but this is some sort of federally maintained swath of land, so, I've seen people hiking on this before. So we'll see. We'll see where this gets us. But yeah. Okay. I can kind of map this out on Google Maps, but looks like we just come to the end of that street there. So, all right, well, we've mapped out a new section, a new segment of trail, and now I'll just head back to the MST, Mountains to Sea Trail. So anyways, where are you exploring today? If you're having a bad day, maybe just go see something new, something you've never seen before. If you're outdoors inclined, man, I'd recommend going skiing. That might be just one of the coolest activities I've ever done. My aunt lived in Utah when I was growing up. She was somewhat of a maverick, an adventurer, an outdoors person, skier, climber, hiker, and she was working away at some editing job in Washington, D.C., and just decided she was going to go follow her dream of spending her life, at least a good portion of it, in the great American West. So she moved to Utah and got an editing job working for the University of Utah. And I'm really going slow here because I could definitely take a tumble going down this. Anyways, got an editing job working for the University of Utah. Lived in her car for a few days while she was first getting on her feet. And eventually got settled down out there. And we used to visit as a family every other year or so and go skiing. So she taught me how to ski when I was, in grade school, out in the slopes around Utah, Alta, Snowbird, Park City, Deer Valley, Solitude. I wrenched my knee pretty good when I was in 6th grade skiing out at Solitude, just being kind of stupid, taking jumps that were a little too much for my ability. But that's when you do when you're a 6th grader, I guess. But anyways, formed a real love for skiing as a pretty young person, and that's one of her legacies with me. She's passed away in 2016. This about right at this time in January of 2016 is when she passed away, and I was able to get up to see her right before she passed. She was in the hospital room, had all eaten up with cancer, and I was with her sort of in her last moments of lucidity, when she could actually think and talk. And then, slowly they starting to give her more and more morphine, till eventually just the lungs stop working. But I was kind of the last family member to sit vigil with her while she was still lucid. And that was a pretty remarkable experience. Maybe a topic for another segment. But anyways, yeah, go skiing. You're having a rough day. If you're at all near a ski slope, you have the wherewithal. It's closest many of us will get to. I think it's like flying, really. Just a sense of weightlessness. And especially if you can get some good snow. Run your feet or run your skis through fresh powder, which fortunately last weekend I was able to get up to Snowshoe, West Virginia right after a snowstorm, or at least a snow. They had some new snow, several inches of new snow, and there was definitely powder on the trails. And that's a pretty amazing experience. So yeah, go hike a new trail. See something far away, as my youngest son will say. Go look at something far away, that's far away from you. Get on top of a mountain, a building, somewhere. Look at something far away. It might clear your mind. Get outside. So, that's all for now. This is Travels with John. Have a great day.